Modern motorcycles have a cold these days. They're pretty congested, coughing, sneezing, wheezing for air. And as any athlete can tell you, not being able to breathe makes a huge difference in performance. Reduce the intake of oxygen and you reduce the work that can be done. More air in the lungs equals more power in the legs, or at the back wheel, if you want to extrapolate that to motorcycles. Athletic metaphors aside, regulations do force manufacturers to use restricted air boxes and exhaust, and proportionally reduce the amount of fuel going into the combustion chamber. Manufacturers also need to meet noise regulations imposed upon them by various governments. And so what you end up with are engines that aren't running at their optimal performance, like my Harley Roadster. So in this video we'll go over the various upgrades that Harley offers for improving the sound and performance of their motorcycles. I got a Stage 1. What is it, what did it cost, and what difference did it make? Stay tuned to find out. Also, only a small percentage of my viewers are subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy the content, please consider hitting the red button, ringing the bell, and giving the video a thumbs up. It helps the channel a lot. Now, let's fix this Harley. Harley Davidson is one of those brands that builds severely underpowered bikes which can be tuned a great deal. The reason? Big air-cooled V-twins need some serious strangling in order to pass emissions, so uncorking them also yields the biggest rewards. And so Harley offers various kits to improve the sound and performance of their bikes. The first of these is a Stage 1 kit, which consists of a less restrictive air filter, exhaust, and tuner, which increases the amount of fuel proportionally to the increased amount of air. This is the cough drop of mods. It lets the bike breathe a bit more deeply and can give you a 10% performance increase throughout the whole RPM range. Stage 2 involves the changing of the cams in order to change valve lift, duration, and timing, and give the valves a bit of overlap. This actually starts to change the character of the motor, making it sound more angry and high-strung, and can target improvements at various rev ranges. Harley offers a torque cam for increasing grunt at the lower rev range or a power cam for upping power at higher revs. The Stage 2 is more like putting your bike on a strict training schedule and can increase horsepower by as much as 30% and torque by 10%. Stage 3 adds larger diameter cylinders and higher compression pistons. This stage also includes a higher lift cam than the Stage 2 as well as higher performance valve springs. Add high capacity lifters, cam bearing, clutch components, and gaskets, and we're getting up there in price. With this mod, we're putting our athlete at altitude to increase the size of his engine. And you can expect about a 24% increase in torque and 39% increase in power. The Stage 4 mod is pretty much like putting your engine on steroids. Here you're using the same components from the Stage 3 kit, but also adding ported heads and a larger throttle body to feed more air into the engine. Throw in another even higher lift cam, high performance valve springs, lifters, cam bearing, clutch components, and gaskets, and at this point you've basically replaced most of your engine. This kit gives you up to 24% more torque and 50% more horsepower on the Milwaukee 8, and probably thereabouts on the Sportster Evo as well. It's worth noting that the Stage 4 makes the big power at higher RPM. At lower revs it can actually feel weaker than the Stage 3. The Stage 4 is the top of the line for Harley mods and can be installed while keeping your warranty intact. There is a Stage 5 offered, but you can't get it from a Harley dealer. To get a Stage 5, you'll need to go to a Ducati dealership and buy a stock Diavel. So let's get back to my Stage 0 Sportster Roadster. It was a nice bike out of the box, but I wanted just a little more go and better sound. If I had been interested in big power and performance at this price range, I would have gone to a Yamaha dealer and bought an MT-09. But I like the character, look, and sound of the Roadster and wanted to keep those, so I opted for the Stage 1. That's the air cleaner exhaust and tuner upgrade. This one's not too expensive and brings the bike up to the level it should have been out of the factory while still retaining that mellow vibe. I went with a filter that fits under the stock cover because I like the look of the original bike. You can get ones that make your bike look like it got a little too excited, but I'm not really into putting phallic symbols on my motorcycle. The only clue that all is not stock is the Scream and Eagle badge on the cover. For the exhaust, you can install a full system or slip-ons. I went with the Scream and Eagle slip-ons because they're less expensive than a full system and not as irritatingly loud as most replacement exhausts out there. They have a nice deep rumble at low revs that sounds menacing but not annoying, and come alive once you rev the bike out. This allows you to tiptoe away from your house without annoying the neighbors too much, and then enjoy the sound on the open road once the revs climb. The third mod was the tuner, and if your bike is under warranty, you only have one choice, the Pro Street Tuner from Screamin' Eagle. There are many aftermarket tuners available, but install them on your bike, take your Harley into the shop, and as soon as it gets hooked up to a diagnostic tool, you can kiss your warranty goodbye. The system picks up a foreign part, flags it, and slaps you down for not using genuine Harley Davidson accessories. The total cost of the mods in Canadian dollars at my local Harley dealer breaks down thusly. Mufflers $460.66, muffler clamps $16.98, end caps $109.61. EFI kit $158.91, tuner $368.86, labor 2 hours $357, which adds up to a grand total of $1,472.02 before taxes, which in Ontario, brace yourself, are 13%. If you're going to go with a full exhaust instead of slip-ons, expect to pay more in both parts and labor. So the upgrade was pricey, but it looks like I got discounts on each individual part. Maybe because I bought the whole shebang in one go, or maybe because Brooke is so nice to everyone she deals with. The folks at my local dealership were great. They installed the parts in a timely manner and gave me back all the spare parts that had been removed in case I wanted to put the bike back to stock. So was it worth it? To me, yes. I like the bike better with the Stage 1. It sounds and feels like a Harley should. The pipes have a nice burble at low revs and a bit more bark when you twist your wrist, but they're not setting off any car alarms. If you want that, you'll want to look into a different exhaust option, like the Vance & Hines Short Shots, or the Cobra Neighbor Haters. And yes, that's the actual name of the part. I must be too f***ing old, because those options are too loud for me, so I'm happy with my Screamin' Eagles. If you're hoping that a Stage 1 turns your Harley into a rocket ship, you'll be disappointed. There is a noticeable increase in power, but it's not going to set your hair on fire. When the weather is warmer, I'll run this bike against my Tenere 700, which only has 689cc, and we'll see which bike is faster. It doesn't matter much to me, as my days of shredding pavement are over. These days, I'd much rather shred dirt and enjoy a nice cruise on the tarmac. Now, Brooke was pretty impressed by the increase in the power and sound of the bike, but she's coming off a 300cc bike, so the Sportster is literally the fastest vehicle she's ever operated. What does she think about it?
Whoa. Okay. Wow, there's a real rumble. Oh my gosh. Wow. Fast. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this is loud. Ay, ay, ay. This is loud. I'm a little embarrassed, actually. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Wow.
In addition to the Stage 1, we also had a Mueller power clutch installed because Brooke found the stock clutch pull rather heavy. Labor and parts on that job ran Canadian $366.76 and made a significant difference to her enjoyment of the bike.
A million times better. Wow. It's so much easier to pull in. That's really night and day.
So if you want a rip snorting Sportster that's going to light up the rear wheel every time you blip the throttle, the Stage 1 ain't going to do it. Neither is Stage 2 for that matter. By the time you get to Stage 3 or 4, power is way up, but so is the cost. And quite frankly, the Sportster chassis wasn't built for that kind of muscle. Handling will be compromised by the flexing of the frame under loads it wasn't meant to be subjected to. At that point, you might be better off getting an Indian FTR 1200 or a Bronx. Oh, wait. So we're happy with the Sportster. It's not Mike Tyson. It's more of a Ben Askren. But like Ben, it's got personality. Stay tuned to the channel. The new Honda CRF 300L Rally should be here soon. Hopefully it wasn't coming through the Suez Canal. And this summer we're striking out across this great country of ours. Our Instagram game has been severely lacking, but since that's where all the kids are, we're looking to improve. So if you're so inclined, give us a follow. I promise the photography will get better. So what mods do you have on your bike and how do you like them? Any recommendations? Please let us know in the comments below. Have a great week and ride safe. If you're interested in any of the gear that Brooke and I wear or use, or the camera equipment we use to film this channel, the links are below. Everything listed there was bought with our own money and we are not sponsored by any company. However, the links below are affiliate links and the channel is paid a small amount for referring you to shop at no additional cost to you. We do not recommend any products that we are not satisfied with ourselves, but we do strongly urge you to do your research and select the correct size for items like helmets and clothing. As always, thanks for watching, your support is greatly appreciated. Please hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. And whatever you ride, enjoy it. Wave at other bikers no matter what they're riding. We're all part of a brotherhood and sisterhood. Keep the rubber side down, shiny side up, and may the spokes be with you.